So today we are going to see the 6 different characteristics together for BJT configurations, that is common base, common emitter and common collector. So each configuration has got the input characteristics and a output characteristics. And what you can observe here is initially we will start with the NPN transistor. So what you can see on your screens is NPN, and you all will be implementing the same for a PNP transistor. So we will start with common emitter first, then we will generalize our approach to common base and then common collector. Certain things you need to observe here, that today what we are going to learn is how to assign a model to the transistor, how to vary the beta in the transistor, what if there are more than one sources which you need to step, then what we should do, and so on. So without wasting time, today we will start with our first configuration, that is common emitter configuration, and we are going to see or plot the different characteristics of the BJT. So we have 6 configurations. So for a NPN transistor, we will be seeing 3 input characteristics, and then there will be 3 output characteristics. So I am just minimizing this for now, and let me start with my LT Spice. 1 minute. Yeah. So everybody will start with their LT Spice like this. Okay, and first of all you open a new schematic. So you say open new schematic, and then you save this schematic somewhere. So I'm just saving it. Let's just say save as, and save this file, save as. So I'm just saving it on my desktop in some folder, NPN characteristics. Okay, and first I will say NPN underscore common, maybe first we will have input characteristics. So I'll just save my file like this. Okay, so everybody at least first do this much. Then we will have to make the circuit. Okay, so you can go to edit and choose your components or press F2. So what I want is a BJT. Just write here NPN, and so if you want PNP, you have PNP also. So you can select this first one, NPN, which is a transistor like this. Then we need to have 2 resistances. As you all know that the base current should be in microamperes, and the collector current should be in milliamperes. So accordingly, to restrict the values, we have to use 2 resistances. Obviously you have to join them, so please join this in this fashion. So this is the same circuit that we are building, which we have already done for a common emitter configuration. So you can see I am building the same circuit. Okay, this is the circuit that I am building, and the characteristics that we are expecting is this. Okay, so let's see that.
Sir, can you repeat?
Which part?
Sir, the NPN part, how do we get that?
Sorry,
How do we get that NPN part?
how did you?
How did we get that NPN part?
NPN transistor?
Yes, NPN transistor.
Okay, so you press F2 and you can, F2 is the shortcut, so you can go to edit component and here you type npm, it will show you this and say okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So here voltage require two sources, one to change VCE and the other one to change VBE. So first of all, I want you all to draw this circuit this much, and this should be posted in the, please note the ground is very important, without the ground everything will go wrong. So put it this way. Now you right click on this and set the value of this to 100k, and this value you can set it to 1k. The name of this source I'll make it as VBB, and this I will make it as V. So please make this in this fashion first and post your answers in the chat box. So first I want you to make only this much. So some things we have to do step by step, and we can observe that in that fashion only. Yes. So this much is pretty fresh in our minds, in our notebooks, and you need to have this thing here. Right, emitter. What this circuit is about, it's a common emitter input characteristics of NPN transistor. So let's have it this way. So put this circuit in the chat box. Okay, good. Nikhilesh, Harsh, Prasad, Sankalp, This is okay, good. And you all should also add your name and roll number to your diagrams. Okay. I think Harsh has already done. Good. Okay. Now, uh, let's do one very important step here. And the step is that now in the input characteristics, whenever you are doing a characteristics, you are keeping one value fixed. You are keeping this fixed and you are going to vary VBB. And in the output characteristics, you will be keeping input fixed and output will be varying. So now what you do is you right click on this VBB, right click on the source, go to advanced and see to it that here the value is none. See to it here that the value is none. So please do that. So see to it that this is none, select
Done,
this
sir.
and then say OK. So when you say OK, na, that time this V goes away. That time this V will go away. That means now you can vary this source. This VBB has now become a variable. Similarly, you have to do this for this VCC also. So we'll go to advanced, select none and then say OK. So this V will go away. This V will go away. Many students feel that when you open advanced, already this none is ticked only. So many students will press cancel, but that is like a small bug here, that unless you actually say OK, that value does not get assigned to the source. So this V should go away. Then we will label the nets. So we have base and we have emitter. So just rename them base, and this is going to be emitter base and collector. So now I want you to post this circuit in the chat box and keep on saving this. Now after doing this circuit, we have to assign some value of beta to this transistor. So I'll go to the .op command and here I'll write .model. What is the name of this transistor? NPN. So is NPN. So that small NPN is a way of saying that NPN is a NPN with a beta factor equal to 100. With a beta factor equal to 100. And see to it that this spice directive is clicked. So you just write here. Now I want you to this circuit in the chat box. Type this statement and put it in the chat box. I will wait here for 5 minutes. Come on, do this quickly. So don't be in a hurry. First listen to the steps that I am telling you and then you do it. Okay, Sankalp I can see. Good. Okay, so once you are at this circuit, you are now ready to step VBB and VCC. Step VBB and VCC means you are now ready to vary the values of VBB and VCC. You will not get any basic error if you run the circuit from this point. So we have made the sources variable and we have defined the beta value for the NPN transistor. Okay. Now, if everybody is at this circuit, just write yes in the chat box. Okay, but I want others also to say yes. I keep on seeing these names, but what about others? Okay, so now from this point onwards, now we want to change VBB. See here, since we are doing the input characteristics, okay, we would like to now actually change the VBB and then see what is going to be the output. So how we can do that? Now you will click on run. The moment you run, you will get this box. Now you have to select the third option, that is DC sweep. DC sweep. In DC sweep, what is the name of the first source? VBB. So this is going to be VBB. Sweep, you can select it as linear. Start value, you can take it as 0. Stop value as 5. And you can increment this in steps of 0.1. So this is very simple. That means now I am varying my VBB from 0 to 5 volts in step of 0.1. Okay. Then once you are done with this, you go to second source. Once you enter this, you go to second source, and your second source is VCC. So I'll write here VCC. Written here capital V, capital C, then you write here capital V, and whatever is the name of this source, exactly that name should come here. Hello, then again type of sweep will be linear. Then the start value, So we can change this VCC from, and we want to see only two values or two graphs for different values of VBB. So I'll write here 5. So you can see a statement starts building up here. When you are giving value here, you actually don't have to write this dot DC, VBB and all. The editor is taking the values from you and it is automatically listing down everything. So you can just say here OK, and once you say OK, you can see a dot DC statement that appears here. A dot DC statement is going to appear here. So once you say OK, you should be able to see this. Once you say OK, you should be able to see this. Now in the input characteristics, on X we have what? IB. On Y we have IB. In the common emitter configuration we have IB. So here also what I want to plot here is I'll add a trace which says IB, that is the base current flowing through the transistor Q1. Okay. Now you can see this graph is a bit weird because it's linear, it's not diode like. The reason for that is because on Y we have IB, no problem, but on X we are not having IB, we are having VBB. On X we require VBE. On X we require what? VBE. You can see that here. So on Y what we want? IB. And on X we want VBE. So where is VBE? VBE is here. So now I will write here VBE is going to be what? V of B minus V of E. Of E is already connected to 0. You can see V of E is already connected to 0. So you may not write anything. Instead of writing minus 0, you can just write V of B. Let's see what happens if you write V of E. It says unknown voltage requested at E. It says that because it is connected to ground. So anyway, SPICE will not allow you to enter that. But VB is nothing but VBE. So I will say OK. And now you should be able to see two characteristics. One for VCC equal to 10 volts, another one for 5 volts, another one for 10 volts. So you should be able to see these characteristics. So first one will be for the lower one, 5. Second one will be for the 10. So now I want you all to put this characteristics and circuit in the chat box. Okay, good. So I can see Nikhilesh, Harsh and Prasad posting their outputs, which is correct. So in the practical exam, the common mistakes that students do is they show me, they vary VBB, which is correct. To vary VBE, you have to vary VBB only. But I don't want a plot of VBB versus IB. I want a plot of VBE versus IB. So that command should be proper. Okay, Sankalp, you have posted your output, but still it has not, I can't see it actually. Maybe it will take some time. Okay, everybody should put this in the chat box. Come on, quickly. Okay, Pratik, output is correct. Good. Pratik, do one thing. Your output is correct, but just keep your grid on. Keep grid on. Output is correct. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So how to keep grid on? Just click on this plot and go to plot settings and just tick this grid. And if you want your outputs to look a little bit bolder, then you can go to control panel and you can click on waveform, and this trace width you can make it as a little bit bigger. So now can you see this is slightly bolder?
Sir, where can we get the icon of control panel?
Tools and control panel. Here, waveform, and then change this. Got
Okay,
it?
sir. Yes, sir.
Tejas Patil, Kushi. I cannot see your outputs in the chat box. Soham, So this is how you can plot the characteristics, and you can click on this, and for different values of VB you will get such kind of a graph. So if you move this along, you will get different values of currents, that is IB, and you can see that IB increases sharply as you move towards the right. Okay. Now let's have a look at the output characteristics. So what I'll do is the circuit will be the same. So I'm just saving it as save as. Instead of input char, I'll make it as output characteristics. Here also I'll change the circuit and write here output. Of the same transistor. And now I'll delete this line, and now again I'll run this. Again I'll go to DC sweep. Now this time my first source will be VCC. And I will change VCC linearly from 0 to 10 in steps of 0.1, and the second source would be now VBB. Also I'll change linearly with and the start value is going to be 0, value will be 5, or let's say stop value you can just take it as 2. Implement this in steps of 0.5. I want to see fewer values of VBB and lots of values of VCC. So once I do like this, I'll say OK, and this thing will appear in the so something like this appears here. Again, what I want on Y is IC. So you can see here on Y we have IC in the output characteristics. On X we have VCE. So here I will add a trace which is IC. You can see this, but actually speaking, if you just zoom this, I know for a fact that the saturation, this region is not more than 0.25 volts, but here you can see it is around 1.5 volts. Now why is that happening? That is happening because again on Y you are seeing IC, but on X you are plotting VCC. What are you plotting? VCC. So if you see here, what we want here is VCE, that is V of C, and VE emitter terminal is grounded because it's common emitter. So I say VC and then I say OK. Now you can see that the saturation region has become very small, and this is what I am expecting. So generally what happens is that students are very happy when they get this, when they see these characteristics, and they plot this IC also correctly actually. Okay, and when they see this they feel, oh wow, what a nice characteristics. But they actually fail to observe that the saturation region is too big, and hence this has to be reversed. So now I want you to show me this circuit and these characteristics. Come on, do this. I will wait here for 5 minutes. Okay, Mithilesh, good. Harsh, very good. Just by mistake, me something. Can somebody just confirm whether you can see my screen and you are
Yes,
able
sir.
to?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
But I think you had lost it for some time.
Yes, sir.
So now we want to see both input and output characteristics together. So I will open my input characteristics as well. I'll simulate this.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, there is something mistake in my circuit.
Post it in the chat box. We'll just have a look at it. This is Pratik's, na? Pratik, your circuit is right.
Sir, Prasad. Sir, wait, I'll share. Sir, I have shared.
Yes, 1 minute, na, Prasad? In the meantime, all of you will put this. I want to see like this both input as well as output characteristics. Prasad, your VCC is stepping like anything. This is wrong. This should be VBB is from 0 to 5 in steps of 0.1. See here, this is wrong. VBB should be 0 to 5 in steps of 0.1, and this should be 0, 10, and this should be 5. Change it.
Sir, 0 to 5 in steps of how many?
Sorry. I didn't get you. See, the command should be this way. The .dc commands are there in front of us here. This is for the input, this is for the output. come on, post all this, open both the files, and we should be able to see like this: circuit characteristics, again circuit and characteristics.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, in output characteristics, we have to exchange VBB to VCC.
We have to,
Means write VCC as first source and VBB as second source.
yes.
Yes, sir. I did mistake there.
Okay, Pratik, your output is correct. Now you all will generalize this for a PNP transistor. So Pratik, since you have finished, now instead of NPN, we want a PNP. So I am just closing this graphs and just save this. And for now, I will close the output characteristics. So I'll go here, file, save as. Instead of NPN, now we want a PNP, in common emitter only, and input characteristics. So I'll save this. Then again I'll go to a PNP. Okay. And now what I should do is I should reverse the supply voltage. That's it. And instead of this transistor, now we will have a PNP transistor. So let's run this and check what we are getting. And on this axis we want IB. So you should get your characteristics in this fashion. Yes, Sankal, good. So what you should try and compare is, if you look at the input characteristics here, you can see for a NPN transistor the characteristics is in the first quadrant, and for a PNP transistor the same characteristics is in the third quadrant. So very easily you can see that. How you can find out whether this is in first quadrant or third quadrant? You can see here in first both x and y are positive, and in third both x and y are negative. So that's how you have to come to a conclusion that it is this way. So first of all, I want to see.
Sir, in this NPN transistor, I'm getting unknown voltage requested.
Post the error in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Mithilesh, your output is correct. Now try plotting NPN and PNP input characteristics side by side. So in this experiment, what we are actually learning is characteristics is fine. I mean, we have already seen that in theory, but what you are learning is, you are learning to use a .dc command with two supply voltages. Then you are learning how to make the sources variable, and then you are learning how to get the plot which we have, which we want. Okay. No.
Sir, I have shared in the chat box. Here in the
First,
input characteristics.
your input
Yes,
characteristics is wrong.
yes. I'm not getting that curve graph.
So that's what I am telling you. Right click on this, right click on the x-axis, and here you will be having VBB. You should have V of B.
Yes, sir. I did that. It shows unknown voltage requested B.
No. Show me that error.
Hello, sir. Hello,
Run
sir.
it.
Yes, I'm sharing.
Hello,
Run
sir.
it and show me that error.
Sir, you did not change that model NPN bracket BF is equal to 100.
That has to be made PNP. Sorry. You will still get the same thing. Okay, now I have changed it. See, again I'll plot if you want. Run this. Click. You will have VBB here. So change that to V of B. So V of B is nothing but the base emitter voltage. And now you plot at trace IB. Harsh, are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Did you get the plot? Put it in the chat box. Nikhilesh has got it right. Okay, that is correct. Very good.
Sir, I am getting wrong.
Unknown voltage requested B.
So now I got the correct output.
Because I think you have not named this terminal B properly.
Sir, I added the trace first. After that, I changed that VB value, V of V value.
ठीक है, just show me the correct output now. Let me be sure that you are.
Yes, sir. I have shared in the chat section.
What was wrong? ENP 1 minute. Prasad, your sources are not reversed. Prasad, did you get it? Your sources are not reversed.
Hello, sir. Sir, by mistakenly I missed.
That is okay, but you correct it.
What, sir?
See, your sources are not reversed. They have to be reversed like this. Minus got it?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
So observe this. I am also seeing your observing skills. An engineer must be able to observe. An engineer must be able to take correct instructions. If the instruction only is wrong and if you do something wrong, it is fine. I mean, nobody can save you. But when a correct instruction is given, it is expected that you should listen. So you listen, you verify. Of course, you can ask me anytime. It's not an issue at all. But you improve on that also. This is for everybody. Yes, correct. Pratik, you are also getting good output. Very good. I am seeing your output. Very good. So, are you now getting the sense of PNP? Okay, though we are not doing much
Yes, sir.
really in class about PNP, but yes, there is a PNP transistor also, and you should know everything about it. So let's see on a similar guideline about output characteristics. So I'm closing the input characteristics. So let me open the output characteristics of NPN first. Then I'll just save it as, instead of NPN, I'll say make ENP. First you make the file. Otherwise, if you lose the file, then you will have to make it again. So same things. Clarity. And replace this by a PNP. Here, instead of dot model NPN, we will make it PNP. Or also we will make it as PNP. Beta factor will keep it the same. And of course the naming will also change. It will become so let's run this. And on the X we want VCE, that is V of C. And here we want IC. So you can see that this is in the third quadrant again. So just to see NPN, run this, and here also I'll make this V of C and add the trace IC. So you should be able to get this too. Now what you should observe is that for the same beta factor value, so in the first case also the beta factor is 100 when we are using an NPN transistor, and here also the beta factor is 100. So for the same beta values, the maximum current is the same. Like if I click here, I get the maximum value as 5.25 So if you just expand this, so it is actually taking the first curve. You can see here this is around 1.2 milliamperes, and here also it is around the same. So NPN and PNP they are not very different for the same value of beta. Post this in the chat box. Okay, good, Harsh. Prasad, output is right, but now I want to see both of them together side by side. Come on, do it. Take some time and do it. Once done, write done in the chat box. Okay, Harsh and Mithilesh, I can see you have done. I'm waiting for others. Adarsh, Aditya, Kushi. Pratik, Pratik has done it, sorry. Soham, Tejas Parab, Tejas Patil and Vedant. I want to see your outputs. Now let's say that you want to test, like you went to the market and now you want to buy a transistor, or probably you want to see a known transistor. So you can pick up a known transistor from this list, which is already there inside this. So we have 2N222 kind of transistors. So you can pick up any transistor of your liking, NPN or PNP. You can just pick up the first one. You can see this and you can rerun the, so you can see a different characteristics for this. For an NPN transistor also you can do that. You can pick any transistor. So 2N222 is a very common. So you can see the characteristics here. It's slightly changed. So can you just try with these transistors and show me the output? Okay, good. Okay. So Harsh, Sankalp, Nikhilesh, Pratik have done it. What about others? Now, one very important thing that you should note here is that when you simply give beta factor, like when you write dot model NPN, at that time, what happens is you are actually simulating the characteristics with an ideal transistor. But when you pick up a transistor from the list, you are actually using a practical transistor. So that is why you can see that there is some slope in the characteristics. There is a slope in the characteristics. I'll just close this for now. I'll open this. So we'll try and compare that. See, experimentation is all about comparisons and all these things. Okay? Unless you really do that, it's of no use. I'll just save it as something. when we say generalized uh, ideal thing. So what I'll do in this is here, using a transistor which is not from the standard list. So here we can see that, and I'll just run this. We should be able to see this characteristics. Then I'll run another, and here we will have so let me just what is happening here. FB, this is IC, B of now. If you like look at these two outputs, in one place I'll select a standard transistor. So you can see here in the first case, in the general characteristics where the transistor does not have any number, so here the transistor does not have any number, so that is why this is very flat. This is the ideal characteristics, but this here is having some slope, okay, and this slope is visible only because it's a practical transistor. And if you extend this slope, like you keep on extending this slope, it will meet on this x-axis at a point. So that is called as the early voltage of the transistor. That is called as what? Early voltage of the transistor. So from the slope of this line and where this line intersects this y-axis, we know that y is equal to mx plus c. So naturally you can, if you know y and if you know m and if you know the y-intercept c, you can definitely find out what is the value of x. So that is something that I am expecting you to calculate from the characteristics. Okay, so you can do such things just for your sake. Now I want you to show me these two characteristics in this way. I want to see a practical one and an ideal one. Come on, do this and post it in the chat box. So how can we actually do this? So if you go here, I'll just show you how what I am trying to say. Just add a page, just a minute, and okay, so this is like the graph. Okay, this graph will meet at a certain point on the x-axis. So you all know that since it's having a slope, all this will so actually it will not meet here, but since we don't have so much space, so what I'm doing is I'll just extending this here. Excuse the slope of the, but all these characteristics, if I extend, they will meet at one point, and this point is called as early voltage. Okay, it is the maximum voltage that you can apply in the reverse saturation region. So what we have to do is we want to find out this, and this is the x intercept. So you know y is equal to mx plus c. So y is this point, okay, where this line actually intersects the y axis, that is y. M is the slope of this line, so you can find out the slope of this line by calculating this delta VCE upon delta IC, and C is going to be this intercept formula. So you can find out the value of x by calculating these things. So from the characteristics you can do it. Okay. Now this was all about, so we saw two input characteristics, two output characteristics. We saw for NPN as well as PNP transistors. Okay, so I'll just close this, save and close it, otherwise something will go away. Now let us see a new schematic. Again we'll save this file. So we'll save this file as, now instead of NPN common emitter, let's save it as common base. I have saved it as common base input characteristics. So for that we can have this circuit. So it's a NPN again. Here, NPN. Now I want this emitter on this side. I want this emitter on this side. So what I will do is I will select this and I will use this mirror option, mirror, and after using this mirror option, this emitter will come on this side. So first time we are using the mirror option. Come on, try that. So post this circuit in the output. This is nothing but your, this is, let's say, RC, and both are 1 kilo ohms. So post this output in the chat box. Obviously, what was the name of our previous thing? You write here common base characteristics of a NPN transistor. Come on. Now again, this source you have to click and say none. Okay, this also will say advanced, none. Okay, and we'll rename this. We'll call this as VEE, that is the emitter side voltage, and this is nothing but collector side voltage, and we'll label the nets emitter, collector, and base. This time you can see the base is connected to ground, and this is so what we want to plot now. We are doing common base configuration. So we will be plotting IE versus VEB, and here we will be plotting IC versus VCB. But again, in this case also, we need to write a dot model command. Why? Because unless you write a dot model, you can't really define the data of the transistor. So if you don't want to define dot model, you can select a standard transistor, or you write dot model NPN is NPN into bracket data. Or you can also click on this, and the most common transistors that we use in the lab is 2N, this 4 times 2, and one of the other transistors is BC547B. So this BC547B is something that we use. So it's up to you what you want to do, but I'm starting with a standard one. Later on we can see what to do. Now same thing, once this much is done, just put this in the chat box. Come on, quickly.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Sir, can you please show the how to use mirror command?
output.
How to use mirror command?
Mirror command. Acha. See here. First I will start with the transistor. NPN. Okay, then I'll rotate it. You can see if I put it this way, then what will happen? I want emitter to be here. So I select this and I click on this button, mirror. You have to select this and click on this button, mirror. Then it will become like this, and then wherever you want to place, you just place it. समझ में आया?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Did you get it or not? So everybody will try this mirror command. Okay, you are doing it for the first time, so let's try it. So I want you all to show me this circuit first. Put this in the chat box. Yes, this is correct, Nikhilesh and Harsh. I'll wait here for 5 minutes. Okay, Harsh, good. Now let's run this circuit. I'm running this. Now this time let's sweep. So first we will input characteristics, means we will change VEE and keep VCC constant. So let's use the first source, that is nothing but VEE, and VEE you can select it to be linear, and start value is 0, stop value can be just 2 volts because it's a VBE value. So once you reach 0.7 you will get full conduction, so there is no point in writing them there 0 to 10 or 0 to 100. At 0.7 only you will get conduction, but you can have 0.2 volts, and then you can have this 0.1, and then second source is value 5, stop value you can keep it as 20, and you can increment this by 5. You can keep the start value as 0 also, no problem. Let's see what happens. You will get something like this. Okay, now again on x-axis we want VEB. So VEB is V of E minus V of B. V of B is grounded, so no need to write that. So you got here V of E, and here I want IE. So you can see this kind of a curve. Just a minute. Let me just check the command. And place and add IP. And Yeah, but this base characteristics I am not satisfied. Let me just check it. Have you all been able to draw this circuit?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
V of E, V of C, everything is proper. Something is not properly properly. IE is correct. Emitter base junction, so NPN followed by space collector junction. It is reverse bias, it is correct. This is 1 kilo ohm. Let me just try this for a standard transistor. It's coming out to be the same. Actually, what we are expecting is this characteristics. Okay. Anyways, we'll figure that out. First, let's make the circuits and then we'll go for the standard things. This add what? Add trace. This axis is a bit not proper. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll just figure this out. ठीक है. So what we'll do is we'll see this common base and common collector together next time, and then we'll go ahead with this. But the circuit would be the same. There will not be any much change in this. I'll just figure out why this thing is behaving in this way. So